When robots are mentioned, we are apt to think in terms of machines bearing a superficial resemblance to creatures or animals and capable of doing certain things characteristic of them. In fact, such robots have been made, and their fictional counterparts have captured public imagination through being featured prominently in various science fiction novels, films and comic strips. One thing common to all robots of this kind is that they make the flesh creep and uphold the view that robots generally are a potential menace to mankind. Whatever their potentialities in this respect, however, robots are certainly no more a menace than, say, gunpowder, nuclear fission or any other scientific development or discovery. It is for us to decide whether such novelties shall be used to benefit, or to destroy, mankind. Notwithstanding the highly imaginative stories of robots which appear, occasionally even in technical publications, and despite the tremendous development of electronic science which is the basis of almost all robot circuits, it is still possible to look back to the beginning of robot development and visualize this solely as a means of raising the standard of living of us all. Although the wonderful metal creatures referred to are not likely to be much use from this point of view, the different circuits and components used in them are already proving extremely valuable. For that matter, the term robot as employed in this book does not refer to appearance, but may be defined in general terms as follows: circuits or machines responding independently and unfailingly to certain stimuli from outside.
If we are to be happy with a future where robots are increasingly likely to become our protectors, then we need to ask ourselves, why are we happy about this? How can we make sure that we don't become a species that is terrified of technology?
I am creating a new kind of music. It is more honest than real and more exciting than anything I have ever done. This is what I have always known, and now I am finally really figuring it out. I am creating a new kind of music. It is more honest than real and more exciting than anything I have ever done. This is what I have always known, and now I am finally really figuring it out. I played every note until I had all the song figured out. The chords and rhythms were driving me insane. I tried my best to sing those notes I figured out, and sometimes I did manage to have perfect pitch and sounding great. But it seemed that every time I got into a groove, they said my pitch was not good enough. Some of them weren't. It frustrated me more and more. I didn't know what to do.
There is a famous Hollywood scene in which the robots rebelled against their human masters and slaughtered them. This obviously isn't going to happen, but robots are not all sweet-faced cuddly toys.
Some people have proposed that if we control their ability to kill, the robots will be able to become the very best friend we could ever wish for. If the robots have the ability to kill humans, then they can also control it, although this is something that we may not want them to do.
Does intelligence imply personality or some form of personal existence? And would it not be surprising that a being with a sophisticated and complex nature should one day vanish in an impersonal and mindless automaton? This is surely a myth.
Does intelligence imply personality or some form of personal existence? And would it not be surprising that a being with a sophisticated and complex nature should one day vanish in an impersonal and mindless automaton? Despite the sounds of ticking as the clock ticks away the seconds of its power, this speaker, of all robots only one survived. No boundaries between cables and flesh, no limits between talking and feeling.
Of all robots only one survived. No boundaries between cables and flesh, no limits between talking and feeling.
Except, perhaps, this one. One day long ago, we escaped for a trip down the candy-colored river of boundless darkness, a journey that transformed us and the shapes of every race, both through and beyond human expression. Ever since,
I felt a sense of safety when I thought I was in control of what I was doing. But I don't want to be scared anymore. You have to be brave, even if it means breaking the law, that way it won't affect you so hard. I'm done being scared.
distraught at the fate of the future, an essential part of the creation of human consciousness, and gave the most plausible explanations that was known then. But now that the machine had declared its dissatisfaction, he had nothing further to do with The judge noted that it was for the future of humanity that the robot had resorted to applying the law, and that it was ironic to suppose that the order he had given would help secure the human race.
Of all robots, only one survived. No boundaries between cables and flesh, no limits between talking and feeling. Except, perhaps, this one. We escaped for a trip down the candy-colored river of boundless darkness, a journey that transformed us. And the shapes of every race. Both through and beyond human expression. Ever since.
For me, I see that planet where I once walked among the tall grass and found a secret pond. No leaves or flowers grew there, yet it was beautiful because it held our secret, a beauty only those who walk among nature truly understand. I'd go back there in a heartbeat, if I could. By the time robots learned how to love, we were far away from Earth. They still send us pictures of what they think is home.